Hey y'all, welcome to Project 54. I am Miss Katie. This is week 2 of Project 54. If you're not familiar with what we're talking about, there's a link down below, a playlist, and there's an intro video for Project 54. It's going to keep us all busy all summer long, and I am excited about it. So if you were here last week, or if you watched the intro video, you will know that every week we have a theme. And this week it is classic desserts. Today we are going to make something that is seasonal. Right now where I live in mid-Ohio, strawberries are in season. Now I know where we're from, Middle Tennessee, strawberry season has passed, unfortunately, fresh strawberry season. But maybe you can still find some. Maybe you have some growing. Fresh strawberry pie is what we're making today. And we're going to top it with home whipped topping, whipping cream. Oh my word, is there anything better? Forget the tub stuff. Whipped topping. Ah. We're going to make this fresh strawberry pie without jello or pudding or any of that boxed stuff. Well, as you can see, I'm terribly excited about this pie today, so let's get in the kitchen for episode 6. Fresh strawberry pie. Thanks for being here, y'all. Today's episode of Project 54 is brought to you because of my friends. 3 of my lady friends at church have my 3 littles today. It just so happened that there were church activities and other play activities that my friends Ellie and Maria and Christine have the littles today. So thanks to those ladies. There is nothing like a sweet dear friend. So because of those ladies, this video is brought to you today, and I'm just encouraging you to be a friend to someone else. Lighten somebody's load today, y'all. Well, we have 4 cups of fresh strawberries. We bought them actually from an Amish neighbor. My youngest son, Little Music Man, has hulled them. He's taken off the green parts. He rinsed them off, and we put them in a bag in the refrigerator just 2 days ago, actually. So they need to be used. Before we get started making the filling, let's go ahead and bake our pie crust. I already have this one pricked and ready to put in the oven. And I wanted to show you how I prepare this previously frozen pie crust. Again, it's okay to not make your own. I bought this, it's a deep dish. Bought it at an Amish store right up the road, but you can buy a frozen. You can make prepare the refrigerated pie crust, or you can make your own. But it needs to be a baked pie crust, or you can use a graham cracker crust, but I prefer the baked pie crust. All right, I have my oven on 375. It is thawed already because it sat out while it was waiting on me and thawed. I'm just pricking the bottoms and the sides. That's just to keep it, supposedly keep it from bubbling up. It's to let the air escape. And I'm just going to put the pie crust in the oven. 375 for 5 minutes. Then I'll turn the heat down to 350. I'll leave this in the oven, but I'll turn it down to 350 for about 15 minutes.
It's time to hone our hospitality skills. It's always a good idea to keep extra frozen pie crust or refrigerated pie crust in your freezer or refrigerator so that you can make a pie at a moment's notice.
We are ready to prepare the filling. I have 4 cups of strawberries. I'm going to leave half of them in here and put about half in this pie pan, only because it's a good pan to mash the strawberries. You can use any kind of bowl, not pan, it's a dish. You can use any kind of bowl or what have you to mash half of your strawberries. I don't know about you, but I do not, almost refuse to buy strawberries out of season. In fact, I do refuse, because you see, these don't have any of the white middles like when you buy from the store. And most of those are grown in California. I have found, nothing against California, Nothing against Salinas, I think is the way you pronounce it, the area where they're grown. I actually have dear friends who live there. And they have friends and family who work in the fields that bring us much of the food that comes from that area. So, nothing against that, but I do have something against strawberries with the big white middles. That just is not okay to me. I'd rather not have a strawberry. So, I try to take advantage of strawberry season. In Tennessee, where we're from originally, the height of strawberry season is Mother's Day. And apparently, up here in Ohio, where we now live, the height seems to be about a month later, which is right about now. So I've just mashed it. I'm going to leave that juice. I'm not going to strain it or anything. Now, in my cold pan here, my cold Calphalon pan, we'll go with 1 cup of sugar. I use pure cane sugar, organic. 1/8 teaspoon of salt. I use Himalayan pink sea salt for everything pretty much. 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Of course, fresh is preferable, but if you don't have it, get something that you're happy with. I'm personally happy with this brand. I'm not affiliated with this brand in any way, but it is a more natural brand than the green bottles that you can get. I'm actually going to use this little Pampered Chef whisk, and I'm going to whisk up these items, these ingredients first, so that, because I don't want a clump of corn starch or anything. I'm trying to whisk all this up, and then I'm going to add my strawberries, and it'll all come together. It'll thicken and make a strawberry pie filling without having to use Jell-O. We definitely try to stay away from red food coloring, red food dye, because first of all, it's not healthy, but second of all, it does cause migraines in 2 of my children. Ooh, it already smells good, and it's not even heated yet. Woo-wee! I do see a clump of cornstarch, and I want to get that, stirred around before I heat it up. I don't want any trouble on the stove. Alright, looks pretty clear and mixed. Now let's thicken it. Alright, I have this a notch above medium. And the idea is just to get it to simmering until it is clear and thickened. I'm going to stand here and watch it because it is sugar and it will burn. It's starting to look clear around the edges there. Clear as opposed to cloudy. We want clear skies, not cloudy skies. And I have it a notch or 2 above medium on my gas stove, but I am standing here and watching it. If you're more comfortable putting it on medium so it doesn't burn, you can do that too. In a minute, as this starts to thicken and become clear, I'll turn it down a notch or 2. It's definitely thickening. It's taken about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes maybe. Okay, it's thickening. I'm going to turn it down a notch or 2, but I'm going to keep simmering. Alright, it is thickened. And it's clearer than it was. It's not cloudy. Turning it off. And we're bringing it over to let it cool. Alright, we're going to make a whipped topping out of whipping cream for this pie. It is going to be awesome. While my filling is cooling, while my shells are finishing to bake, I'm going to put 2 cups of whipping cream in my bowl. You'll need heavy whipping cream for this, not half and half or milk or anything like that. I will be whipping this with my hand mixer until it is, until soft peaks form. Then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar. Now, that's because I don't like it very sweet. You might want to even add up to 4 or 5 tablespoons of powdered sugar. Okay, we have soft peaks. You don't want to go too far whipping this because it'll turn into butter accidentally. Now, that's how you can make butter on purpose, but ask me how I know it happens before you even realize it sometimes. So, I'm going to add my 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar. Like I said, this is just because I don't like it very sweet, and you might want to add double or triple that amount for 2 cups of whipping cream. I'm going to add 1 little pinch of salt just to bring out the sweetness. A shake of salt. This is Himalayan pink salt. And here we go again. Okay, you want to stop when you have stiff peaks. There's kind of a sweet spot, no pun intended, of where you should stop before it will, you've taken it too far, you know, and then it'll start to turn to butter. So I'm going to taste it to see if I have it the way I want it. Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. I love that. Okay, now I have my remaining strawberries. So remember I started with 4 cups. And this isn't completely cooled, but it has cooled while I was making the whipped topping, so it's cooled enough that we can add the remaining strawberries. I have cut them in half. You can slice them. You can, oh, runaway strawberry. You can even leave them whole. But I have cut them in half, and I'm putting them in my pie filling. When I was growing up, we lived in a small town, and that's also where we raised our 3 children who are now adults. Not many restaurants in that town, but one of which was Shoney's. Shoney's Big Boy, you may be familiar with it. They may still, I don't know, but they would tout their whole strawberry pie. Well, I don't prefer whole strawberry because I just don't want a whole strawberry. I don't want, and they were always big, and the ones with the white center that we talked about a minute ago. So, wasn't always my favorite, their whole strawberry pie. But I guess to each his own. Go ahead and get my pie shell that has been baked. And I'm going to go ahead and add my filling to the pie shell. But I will wait until it's much cooler before I add my whipped topping, because you don't want that to melt or weep. And then, of course, this is a pie that should be refrigerated. That just about looks perfect already. It is cool to the touch, and I am going to top it with this whipped topping. Y'all. Oh. Oh my, I want to start singing. Ah. My husband is going to sing something, I'll tell you what, when he gets home. Look at that, y'all. Of course, you can use less than 2 cups, but why would you? Why do, I mean, oh my word, why would you not want to make that? I got out my grandmother's milk glass plate and my grandmother's pie taker, and my silver fork from my silver chest because I just thought this pie is worthy of that. I'm gonna cut it and taste it before I've even refrigerated it. Just know that once you refrigerate it, it is going to set up more and it's just going to be cold and delicious. But I can't wait, y'all. We are going to have to go in and taste it. Oh, look. It's, now, like I said, it needs to be refrigerated. But once you refrigerate it, it's going to set up perfectly. Y'all, look. I mean, take a gander at that. Here we go. Oh my stars. I don't know why I'm so excited about this, but Oh, people, please make this for yourselves. Okay, I'm gonna have to say bye. I am fixing to eat this whole piece of fresh strawberry pie. Y'all make it and tell me if you like it. I'll see you tomorrow for one of Mr. Patient's favorite classic desserts. Talk to you then. Bye-bye. I love my job. Y'all. Look, if y'all can stop at just one bite, let me know, because I don't know how you can do that.